If you live in the national capital region, Delhi, Noida, Ghaziabad, Faridabad, well, you know about the annual pollution nightmare that people here are going through. It's shocking, it's deathly, it's poison in the air. Well, what's not so surprising are the shocking violations of the protocol emergency rules or GRAP-4 rules that have been put in place in the national capital in order to somehow alleviate the pollution nightmare. As Delhiites continue to suffer due to this literally poisonous air, norms to curb pollution are being openly flouted in the national capital. And I must tell you, viewer, this happens every single year. The fact that it's happening once again and the fact that we've got people doing it means obviously law enforcement means nothing. India Today went to ground zero to check the ground reality, and the revelations will most certainly shock you. One of the truck drivers at the Delhi-Noida direct flyway, who was driving a BS4 diesel vehicle, claimed that he was allowed to enter Delhi after he paid a bribe of just 200 rupees. In Akshardham, another big intersection, many dilapidated diesel buses, which are banned from plying under the new protocol rules, were seen running freely in the national capital. They are big polluters in front of the police and were also making illegal halts to pick up passengers. Take a look at this annual special report.
तमाम इस तरह के ट्रक दिल्ली में बेखौफ तरीके से आ रहे हैं, चाहे वो पुलिस, एक ट्रक वाले ने तो ये भी बोला कि उन्होंने पुलिस को 200 रुपए दिए और पुलिस वाले ने उनको जाने दिया। तो बहरहाल सुप्रीम कोर्ट कितना ही कोर्ट के अंदर लताड़ लगा ले सरकार को, लेकिन जब मॉनिटरिंग की बात आती है, आप ये देखिए, ये भी डीजल का ट्रक है, तो आप देख सकते हैं कि ट्रक आ रहे हैं डीजल के और कोई कहने सुनने वाला नहीं है। कहाँ से आ रहे हो?
उड़ीसा से आ रहे हैं जी।
उड़ीसा से आ रहे हो? क्या ला रहे हो?
वो लोहे का प्लेट है, चद्दर।
तो पुलिस वालों ने जाने दिया?
हाँ सर, पीछे गाड़ी आ रही है सारी।
पैसे वैसे?
और पैसे वैसे तो सर लेते ही हो, खर्चा पानी तो।
कितना दिया?
200 रुपए।
यादव साहब, ये डीजल का ट्रक लेके आप आ गए, आपको किसी ने कुछ नहीं कहा?
सर हमारे को अभी तो कोई मिला नहीं।
पुलिस वाले ने रोका भी नहीं?
नहीं।
कहाँ जाओगे?
दिल्ली। दिल्ली।
दिल्ली में कहाँ?
अलीपुर।
सर ये जो बसें हैं, ये बसेस ये चल सकती हैं ऐसे, ये जो जा रही हैं?
देख लो, पीछे से आ रही है।
हैं?
पीछे से आ रही है, जहाँ से चले उससे पूछो ना।
नहीं, तो आपके सामने से भी तो जा रही है।
नहीं, जा तो सामने दे रही है, वो उधर जा रही है।
नहीं, ये बसेस जो हैं, ये इनके पास पूरे कागज हैं, ये BS4 वगैरह की हैं ये?
भाई ये तो मुझे मालूम नहीं, रोके पीछे चेक पता चलेगा।
आप चेक तो आप ही करेंगे ना?
हाँ, चेक तो हम करेंगे ना।
तो आपके सामने से इतनी सारी बसेस चली गई, ये इनके पास परमिट होता है?
परमिट तो होता है।
हाँ, परमिट।
नहीं, रोक के चेक करो ना, आप रुकवाओ नहीं।
मेरे पास
हम बोलते हैं
नहीं, हमारे पास थोड़ी आप
नहीं रुकवाओगे ना, जब स्टाफ पूरा होगा।
ये देखिए।
So viewer, I quit smoking more than 10 years ago, and at the time that I quit smoking while I lived here in Delhi NCR, I used to smoke about 20 cigarettes a day. But guess what? Living here in Delhi right now, as you can see in this image, just breathing the air in Delhi NCR means I'm basically smoking 22 cigarettes a day. Just take a look at those numbers. In white, you can see what, in terms of the number of cigarettes, it is like breathing the air in India's cities. Just take a look at those numbers. I don't want to read them out because those numbers tell their own story. You don't need to be a smoker of cigarettes to be smoking the equivalent of this number of cigarettes in any city of the country. Just look at the shocking numbers in the northern part of the country and think about what this country has become in terms of pollution. Because we don't see the long-term effects of pollution, asthma, cancer, lung disease, and death, the political system is absolutely fine with things continuing year after year, season after season, and probably decade after decade. 22.2 cigarettes is 2 cigarettes more than I used to smoke more than a decade ago when I quit actually smoking cigarettes. That's something to think about. Here's a look at a medical expert and what they say about this emergency in the national capital. India Today's Milan Sharma spoke to Dr. Arvind Kumar on this particular aspect.
How, has this impacted, the population, at least in Delhi NCR over the years? Because have we become immune to this kind of pollution now? Or have our lungs become even worse when you say children, unborn fetuses, pregnant women, older people, teenagers are having black lungs, which is like smoker lungs? Can you tell me, in a comparison, if we were smoking these many cigarettes in 2015, how many are we smoking today?
There is a long list of cancers which are related to air pollution. The reason is that the polluted air more or less is akin to cigarette smoke. WHO has
Yes.
called air pollution as a second tobacco epidemic because the same cancer causing agents and damaging agents which are there in the cigarette smoke are present in the polluted air also. So the effect will be the same. And just for the knowledge sake, 22 microgram of PM 2.5 is equal to one cigarette. So if, Milan, you are breathing in a city, yesterday the PM 2.5 was around 600 or so, divided by 22, and you, me, everybody in Delhi smoked about 25-30 cigarettes yesterday without even touching a cigarette. So you can imagine the amount of massive damage that is happening to our bodies from head to toe.